Hello, welcome to Elementary Music with Donna. I have a Christmas recipe for you today. No, we're not heading to the kitchen. That's not where I want to be. I want to be making music somewhere. This is a musical Christmas recipe. This is a song I wrote for the kindergarten grade 1 students at my school, and they did a great job singing it. After I got it written for them and we had performed it, as I was looking at it and was thinking of a young group where you didn't have strong singers in that grade 1 contingency that could help pull that along, I realized, we're going to need a more condensed range and less tricky intervals. And so I wrote a simplified melody line for the song as well. So it will depend on your group which version of the song you're going to use, either the advanced melody or the simplified melody. Both work with the accompaniment. Both are great for your younger students, but they really will need to be able to pretty accurately do some pitching in order to be able to do the advanced melody. So I'll sing one verse of each melody so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll show you some actions that go with it. Get out the paper, get out a pen, make a list of wishes, put it in an envelope, seal it up tight with lots of hugs and kisses. Put it in the mailbox, be as good as gold, do absolutely everything exactly as you're told. Be like the angel on top of the tree, that's our Christmas recipe. So now I'm going to sing the simple melody, same piano accompaniment underneath it, but, well, you'll see. Get out the paper, get out a pen, make a list of wishes, put it in an envelope, seal it up tight with lots of hugs and kisses. Put it in the mailbox, be as good as gold, do absolutely everything exactly as you're told. Be like the angel on top of the tree, that's our Christmas recipe. And so on. And there's a second verse, which you can see if you are looking at the music. So the advanced melody goes from a C4 to D5, and the simplified melody goes from D4 to B4. So there's only a narrow range for them. If you want to add some actions to that, there's some really simple things that I like to do. You can make up your own by all means, but just in case you want some inspiration. So I always say, get out a paper, get out a pen, make a list of wishes, put it in an envelope. So if your hands it just flat and put it in the envelope, seal it up tight. I just did hands tight, with lots of hugs and kisses. Put it in the mailbox, be as good as gold, do absolutely everything exactly as you're told, be like the angel on top of the tree. So just go from angel to the tree. That's our Christmas recipe. And I like to stir in a bowl, but if that doesn't make sense, I don't know visually that makes sense, but you could do, that's our Christmas recipe. And you could do that shaking your finger thing again. And the second verse is, mail it to Santa at the North Pole, give him lots of warning. So you can mail it to Santa at the North Pole, so you can look for Santa, or you can say mail it to Santa at the North Pole and do a kind of, it's flying up there. Give him lots of warning. Then be very well behaved, and I would, look really good. Listen to your mom. You can either shake your finger or do listen to your mom with your ear, and wait for Christmas morning. And I used to tap on my watch, but I don't know if kids even wear watches now. So you could have, and wait for Christmas morning, and you could shake and be excited because it's hard to wait for Christmas morning. Don't get up too early, and then be as good as gold. And from there, out to the end of the verse. It's the same for both verses. Again, I did that to lighten the lyric load a little bit for your littles. They will have lots to remember, and the actions will help that. But when you can do the end of the verse the same for both verses, that's a little bit helpful. And being the end of the verse, you kind of start the verse, and then if you make a mistake or something and you start again, you get the beginning pretty good, and so the end kind of falls off. So when that's repeated, that helps that stay good and solid. That is Christmas Recipe. And if you are interested in finding that piece of music, you can look at donnaandandy.com, and you will find Christmas Recipe with the simplified melody, the advanced melody, a piano accompaniment, director's score, printed lyrics, an accompaniment track, the one I just sang with, and 2 tracks of melody guide tracks, so that both of those melodies are played on an instrument, so you can hear how it's supposed to sound, the simple one and the advanced one. I think that's all of it. Oh, and there's some teaching tips, and I have a list of what I did for actions, so you can, now that you've seen them, and they will make sense, like hold your hand in front and put the envelope in. That's kind of hard to do in writing. One actions tip I will pass on to you. I was very fortunate to do a job share with another fine teacher, and I used to call her the choreography queen, because I would teach the song to students, go away for my 2 days off when she was in, and when I came back, all of the kids were doing all these actions. And her golden actions rule was always do actions with your right hand first, or if you're only going to use one, just use your right hand. That way you always know where you're going to start. You don't have to remember as the teacher, oh, now do we start that on our left hand or our right hand? So whatever actions you do, she always started them with her right hand. As a teacher, that's tough because you're probably going to mirror that. So everything you're saying with your right hand, you're actually doing with your left. But it just makes the process of learning those actions very consistent, because you're always doing them starting with the same hand from the very first day that you do them. And it solidifies very quickly that way. That's a choreography queen tip for you. Wherever you are, whether you're cooking up a storm in the kitchen or whether you're cooking up a piece of music with your students, I hope you have a great day making music, and make music a great part of your day.